Crank that whole sound, so.
Yeah, I get that dope and then flip it. I fuck that bitch and then quit it. Don't waste my time smoking midgets. Got Tampa Bay on the fitted. You know I'm smoking strong.
What up, world? Stacking Wood Podcast, man. We back. Another episode. You know what I'm saying? More topics. You know, this is the Stacking Wood Podcast. It's your boy Stack. Woodrow still MIA right now, but you're rocking with your boy Solo Dolo. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we talk about. You know, the most current events, sports, news, you know, music. So we go, you know how we do it, dog. We get right into it. First topic. Let's roll.
Oh, you don't want to let them know that we just going through some changes right now, and we got our page back.
Oh yeah. Save that one. Hey, listen, we know we're going through a lot of changes right now. You know, trying to get this thing right, but you know, we still trying to put out content. You know, give the subscribers what they want. You know what I'm saying? But our original page is back up. Stacking Wood Podcast page. We got 2 pages. Stacking Wood Unlimited, Stacking Wood Podcast. So from now on, you know, the full episodes will be on Stacking Wood Podcast along with clips and shorts. And the Stack Unlimited will be clips and shorts only, besides the episodes that are on there. So, you know, so that's how we rocking right now. We promise y'all, man, we gonna get this thing better. We gonna get this thing right, and we gonna keep bringing you content. All right, so
Yep.
First topic,
And we're going to have Wood back soon, too.
and we gonna have Wood back soon. You know, so you know, we gonna get that right for y'all. Let's gonna get into this first topic. Oh yeah, we got, you know, the DC plane crash with the helicopter and the plane. You know, unfortunately, you know, this is something that's real. You know, hey, it's one of those things, man. Like, I don't think it's been a lot of plane crashes over the years. Not like you think about how long we've been riding on planes and stuff like that. It done been some here and there, but like for the most part, stuff like this don't happen. But you know, oh no,
Let's go ahead and just play the clip.
yeah, play the clip. My bad.
Blackjack 3, proceed directly to Glebe. I need you to land. I need you to land immediately. Can you go to Dulles for a few minutes? Okay, Muscle 1-3. I need to have you exit the airspace. Can you go to Andrews? Blackjack 3, do you have any kind of like searchlight or maybe anything on board that would help shed some light at the east end of the field? Yeah, when you get to South Cab, you're going to see a lot of trucks on the east end of the field. You'll be met with Blackjack 1. If there's any way you can assist, let me know. If you're unable due to fuel or any kind of equipment limitations, let me know. But if there's any way you can assist, let us know. All right. Delta E32, if you want to shut them down or if you want to go back to gate, let me know. I don't know if we're going to resume operations in the near future. It might be about 30 or 40 minutes. Delta E32, sorry. I don't know if you caught earlier what happened, but there was a collision on the approach to 33. We're going to be shutting down operations for the indefinite future. If you want to go back to the gate, highly suggest you guys coordinate with the company. Let me know what you want to do.
All right, we'll let the company talk to them right now. Yeah, we witnessed the whole thing. If you need any information from us.
Okay, not quite yet, but just remain on frequency, and I'll give you a phone number here in a second.
All right, thank you.
Fire Command, the accident happened in the river. Both the helicopter and the plane crashed in the river. It's east of...
Damn. Now, do you got the Trump clip or Trump talking about this? Yeah.
Right here.
You know, Trump. Well, we all know about the plane crash. You know, an American Airlines plane with 60 passengers and 4 crew on board collided in mid-air, as you've seen, with the Army Black Hawk helicopter carrying 3 soldiers near Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C. and crashed into the Potomac River on Wednesday night. Officials said everyone on both aircraft perished, so everybody died. You know, the remains of 42 victims have been recovered. The unfiled command said on Saturday, all of the black boxes from the plane and the helicopter have been recovered. The NTSB confirmed the plane, American Eagle Flight 5342, had taken off from Wichita, Kansas, and was approaching for landing when the collision occurred. Top figure skaters from the United States and Russia were on board. Damn. Helicopter was on a training flight with a crew based at Fort Belvoir in Virginia. Damn. So that means it could have been the helicopter fault. But it's like, because when you see it, it's like the helicopter coming, leaving, and the plane coming in. The thing is, you can't just maneuver a plane like that. But a helicopter, you can do some maneuvering, a little more maneuvering. But it's like they just ran right into each other. It wasn't like you didn't see a swerve. I mean, I guess you probably couldn't see it, though. That was pretty far away. But it just looked like they just ran right into each other. Which you can understand the plane, but then maybe that's why the helicopter didn't maneuver, because they was doing a training. But then again, the trainee is in there too. So what the hell? I mean, I guess they recovered the black box stuff. So maybe that's I don't know when that's gonna come out, but maybe that'll tell a motel. But we're gonna see what Trump had to say about this if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play it.
Are you saying this crash was somehow caused and the result of diversity hiring? And what evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been. We have a high standard. We've had a much higher standard than anybody else. And there are things where you have to go by brain power. You have to go by psychological quality. And psychological quality is a very important element of it. These are various very powerful tests that we put to use, and they were terminated by Biden. And Biden went by a standard that's the exact opposite. So we don't know.
Do you even yet know the names of the 67 people who were killed? And you are blaming Democrats and DEI policies and air traffic control and seemingly the member of the U.S. military who was flying that Black Hawk helicopter. Don't you think you're getting ahead of the investigation right now?
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think with the names of the people, you mean the names of the people that are on the plane? You think that's going to make a difference?
Does it comfort their families?
They are a group of people that have lost their lives. If you want a list of the names, we can give you that. We'll be giving that very soon. We're in coordination with American Airlines. We're in coordination very strongly, obviously, with the military. But I think that's not a very smart question.
But are you
I'm surprised coming from you.
Are you blaming
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. We see like everyday life that very often those diversity hires cause sometimes issues, as you just mentioned. So what plan do you have? Are we going to see some fire? Are you going to fire some of those diversity hires in the federal government? What plan do you have?
I would say the answer is yes. If we find that people aren't mentally competent, you see the language. The language is put out by them. And if you see that, I'm not going to bore you by reading it again, but these are not people that should be doing this particular job. They'd be very good for certain jobs, but not people that should be doing this particular job.
Today, blamed the diversity elements, but then told us that you weren't sure that the controllers made any mistake. We then said perhaps the helicopter pilots were the ones who made the mistake.
It's all under investigation.
I understand that. That's why I'm trying to figure out the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense, okay? And Unfortunately, a lot of people don't.
But he just said it's still under investigation.
We want brilliant people doing this. This is a major chess game at the highest level. When you have 60 planes coming in during a short period of time, and they're all coming in different directions, and you're dealing with very high-level computer work and very complex computers. And one of the other things I will tell you is that the systems that were built, I was going to rebuild the entire system, and then we had an election that didn't turn out the way it should have. But
Are you saying?
That was funny. Like, we don't know if the DEI policy has anything to do with this. I don't really see how. I mean, I guess the whole thing is, well, because of this policy, you may have hired some people that aren't qualified for the job. You just gave them the job to satisfy the policy. I mean, I guess that's the whole thing behind this, right? So, but who are these hires? Like, are these white people? Are these, like, it's the DEI is all about, I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with hiring more white people.
I don't know.
It's about hiring a group of people who may be discriminated for their race, their gender, their how they identify themselves. That's what this is for. So if you're saying that the policy has something to do with the crash, then you gotta be saying, well, I ain't gonna say you gotta be, but it can be interpreted. You know, someone could interpret this as you're trying to say that one of those group of people must have been in control of this and they're the reason why it happened. See, I mean, I don't think he's being racist or anything. I just think he just say shit. Because like the lady said, they still don't got no more information yet. I mean, you know, they got the black boxes and they got to go through all that. And that's probably going to bring some more information, but it's pretty much the same information. As far as the crash, why the crash happened, they still don't really know why. But this is right after it happened. So you don't really know anything yet. So how could you blame it on this? Like, how we know this got anything to do with it? And like they said, it probably was the soldiers' fault. Because that plane was landing. That plane was scheduled to land at that time. Was that helicopter supposed to be taking off when it was taking off? Why the fuck would y'all be doing a training at night any fucking way? If that's what they were doing. That don't make no sense. You ain't finna teach a motherfucker how to drive at night. Like, you know, but I don't know. We don't know. But when the guy asked him, in the beginning, he blamed it on the DEI. He's trying to say that got something to do with it. And just say that's common sense to know. When we don't know too much yet. And the lady said, well, don't you think you're a little ahead of the investigation? He said no. But then when the guy said that, you know, well, the helicopters those were American soldiers. And it could have been their fault. And then he said, well, they're still investigating. But when you made your assumption, which is based off nothing, you said it was common sense. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. We got to figure out, before we say anything about this policy, we got to figure out who was flying that plane. We got to figure out exactly who was flying that chopper. We got to figure out who was in charge of the controls as far as, you know, because there's people, like on that episode of Breaking Bad, when that girl father he was one of those control people who they let them know where the other planes are and they put them on the right route so where they don't crash. I forgot what you call them. I forgot the name for them.
Air traffic controller.
Air traffic controller. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so we got to figure out who these air traffic controllers were.
Well, you're right, but those were the voices that we played in the beginning.
Yeah, those were. But like when I say figure out who they are, like who they are as far as their name and all that type of stuff, but their work, like about who are you on this job, like, and figure out did they do everything they were supposed to be doing, or if that chopper was just taking off and wasn't supposed to be. We like that's what we need to know. Those are the points that we need to know before we start blaming anybody. To come in and just blame Biden them, I think he's just trying to set a narrative. Mm-hmm. That's all. He's trying to set a narrative, and people gonna take it all different type of ways. Oh, he being racist, like he's just trying to set a narrative. But then with this whole DEI thing, didn't he scrap that? Or he made it, because, a lot of companies are, doing away with their DEI policy. And he made that possible for them to do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got a lot of black people, out here saying they boycotting certain people. And man, listen. Until I see a big ass spike, you got black people out here saying they're gonna boycott Target and other companies. And it's like Target and Walmart, they hire fellas and shit. Like, shit. I don't know if you've been to Walmart lately, but they don't be giving a damn who they hire. You come see some of them motherfuckers working at the register. Shit, like, until I see a spike in black people not being hired at places, like, who cares, bro? Because, like, I don't think we're in 1965. Could there be some institutions or establishments out there that could be discriminating against black people? I mean, it's so many of them, probably. But is it the majority? I mean, we don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. But because this DEI policy is like, affirmative action and things. And even when affirmative action was in, just like you got the Rooney Rule in football, where it says, hey, you can't not give this person the job because they black or whatever. You can't discriminate against this person for something like that. You have to go off of their skill or whatever. But all they used to do was manipulate that by giving a black person the job who doesn't deserve it, who's not qualified. Then they gonna let him go because he's not qualified. And hey, we got our hire for the year, or we got our exception. We got our few black exceptions that we have to accept when it comes to colleges and schools and stuff like that. So it was ways around that anyway. But, we'll see if this really has some type of impact. I don't think it is. Because I think for the most part, nowadays, people care more about money than anything. Damn it, if I need somebody to come in here and work to help my business, I need the motherfucker who gonna come in and do this shit. I don't give a damn about what they look like. But hey, you never know. Like I say, could it be some people? I mean, if you searched long enough, probably so. But is that the majority? Because I really honestly believe in 2025, and for a very long time, I think racism still exists, but not so much to where you as a black person or a person of color can't be successful. Will you have to go through some bullshit that maybe a white person wouldn't? Probably so. But it's still obtainable. And it's way more attainable than it was for the generations before us. Because it was attainable for them too, but not to the extent of us that we have. Like, so, like, you know, we'll see. We'll see what this do. You know, I mean, I guess if you start seeing a whole bunch of black people on TikTok saying they can't find no job no more.
I feel like this is I'm getting a feeling of deja vu right now. Like this might be giving our generation something that we actually might have to fight for. Like talking about like our black generation, because like, you know, playing devil's advocate, you know, what if not nothing else, the DEI inclusion had meant that they gotta at least look at your, you know, at least give you a chance, like, you know what I mean, like at least hear you out.
But that's what it always was. But that don't mean we gotta give you a chance anyway. Just like the Rooney Rule in football in the NFL, and it was to help more black coaches have a chance to get head coaching jobs. Even with that shit put in, you still don't see that many black coaches, that many black head coaches. You got Mike Tomlin, you got Todd Bowles, you know, black coach. Damn, that's two. I think it's like two, maybe about two more. You had O.J. Mayo in fucking in New England, but he just got let go this year. I'm trying to think. Oh, you got DeMarco Ryan for the Houston Texans. Shit, that's all I can think of right now. But it's 32 fucking teams. So shit, you know. But the Rooney Rule was put in place because it's like, hey, you got to at least give these guys an interview. But if that's all I got to do, I can still interview them and it just be a formality. But hey, I guess maybe in that interview he could do something to make them change their mind. Mm-hmm. So just having the chance gives you a chance. But at the same time, if these people got it in their mind and they're not going to hire you anyway, sometimes they ain't even going to listen to what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So I just think whether it's there or not, I don't think it's going to change nothing because it's ways around the policy. Everything that's put in place, it's a loophole out of that shit. That's the way the system was built. The system was built for a bitch to override shit.
So do that mean that when you like? Because I just want to know, like, does that mean that when you do your applications that now for a job, are they gonna stop asking you if you're black or white?
They should now. They should. If that shit don't, because if you done took the DEI out, why do it matter now? You'll know what color I am when I show up. Mm-hmm. But even then, if they're a racist motherfucker that's not gonna hire you when your ass show up, they not gonna hire you. If that's the case, I'm not saying that these people every job you go to, the people that are racist, they not gonna hire you. You think the motherfucking owner of motherfucking Walmart giving a fuck who getting hired? Like, long as motherfuckers working and the money coming, they don't give a damn. It'll have to be that individual manager, that the hiring manager at Walmart, that individual. I don't think Walmart as an entity is giving a fuck about who the fuck they hiring. What color these people are. As long as they want to work, they don't give a damn. Like, you think they like that shit so much of maybe they give a fuck about who up top. But who at the fucking bottom? Y'all boycotting Target and Walmart and shit like that. Man, and they hire motherfucking niggas. They hire fellas and everything. The thing is, if a motherfucker want to discriminate, they gonna do it. But these corporations as an entity, I don't think they care about what's at the bottom. The people that like the hourly workers at the bottom. They don't give a fuck. It would have to be that individual hiring manager at whatever job you at. It would have to be him or her. And they not gonna hire no, because that's how I am as an individual. That's how I think it's gonna happen nowadays. And I don't think I think most people ain't like that now. Now I do believe the people who really running things, they may be, but on a smaller level, like on a macro level, I think like, nah, bro, like you go in a place, a motherfucker gonna hire your ass, dog. Like, if they hire it, they need somebody to do this damn job and you qualified to do it, I think they gonna hire you.
Do you think that this might not be as big an issue as we making it out to seem?
I don't think so. Like I say, I don't think we need to make a big deal out of it until we start seeing black people not be able to get jobs or Spanish people, or people who fall under this policy. But I think for the most part, man, nobody ain't, man. It's individuals, I think. Now, like, see, before, it was more of the masses. Like, you go back to the 50s, the 60s, even the 70s. And on back. Like, I think that's when it was more of the masses. But now I think it's more of an individual level thing. Yes, you're going to always have individuals in this country that are racist. But how many of these people really control your destiny? Like, how many people really control or in the way of what you trying to do? Even though it are some instances now, because it was a guy here in Sanford, in my hometown, who, man, you know that restaurant, he ended up naming it Waffles and something. But it's a restaurant that's right there across from the Budget Hotel on 1792, like going to Walmart. Mm-hmm. It had that orange sign. I forgot what it was called, the original name. But if you know that black people never went to that restaurant, see, you will know it if you rode past it. It's like right there before you get to U-Haul and all that shit to your right. A little bit after that fucking that Days Inn that's right there. Like, say you leaving Walmart and you on the right side, and to your right, you got the Home Depot.
I know what you're talking about.
That little I think it might have been called Moe's.
Ooh, it might. Ooh.
That's crazy. Ain't that's the name of the damn joint from fucking The Simpsons? Yeah. It might have been called that, but it had that orange sign with the black right, and it had a high-ass sign. Yeah. And then that that place that sold them lawnmowers and shit right next to it, too.
Yeah.
A black dude, they end up, I don't think they actually sold the building, but they let him take it over. Like I think he didn't own the build. I think the people who owned the restaurant, I think they still owned the building, but I forget how that worked. But it had became his restaurant. And the white people was getting mad because he had started changing stuff. Like he changed the name, and then he was putting like, black paintings and all this type of stuff, art and shit in there. And they basically ran him out. I don't know if they actually succeeded, but they was doing it because he put a post on Facebook. That's how I know all this from the guy he was in front of the restaurant while he was talking about it. And he was saying everything they was doing to him. Like he in his restaurant, he may be using the bathroom, then a white guy come in there and say some bullshit to him. And then they was studying, hitting him with these with these violations and shit. So he got to keep closing the restaurant and having to fix shit because the dude who owned the building was cool with the dude over the the building inspectors and shit. He was cool with them. They all in cahoots. So they motherfucking they was bleeding him out basically because he wasn't running it the way they wanted him to. So they was bleeding him out. He got to close the. They coming in and say, "Hey, you got to get this, that, all this fixed." And he said he got to close down, so I got to spend money while I'm not making money. And I don't know if they like he said it was getting to the point where he might have to close, but I don't know if it actually reached that point because I only saw that one post. But that's what he's saying they was doing to him. And I'm pretty sure he's not the only black business owner that probably done been through that. My thing is, shit, you shouldn't have tried to go in there and take their shit over thinking you was going to be able to do all that, though. The better thing is you should have got your own goddamn building. That way you could have did whatever the fuck you wanted to.
I mean, technically he did.
But it wasn't his building. I think he was still paying rent to the person, to the people who owned it before him. Because I can't remember how he was saying it. But I know it's a way where you could be in a restaurant, but you don't own this building.
Yeah. A lot of, like, even major chains have, like, they will have, like, you know, they satellite office at a place that they rent the building for. It's just part of the expenses.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I think he ain't do nothing wrong. I mean, like, I agree with you. Like, yeah, like, if that's what is going on that side, like, for real, then, yeah, you can't expect to just change that. But he did get his own building. Like, he might have been renting it, but
that's what I'm saying. But
he got his own building.
You shouldn't have been written from the person who owned this shit before you. Because I guess they thought he was going to come in and just keep everything the same. And it was just like, you know, it's my restaurant now. Because I think he bought, like, he had to bought, like, the license or something to change the name and all that type of shit. But then again, it ain't like this some franchise. It's probably some privately owned little restaurant. And it's like we own the building, but we don't want to run the restaurant no more. So it's like, okay, it's yours, but it ain't fully yours. I don't know the whole like shit. I ain't no big business person. I mean, when it comes to restaurants and that type of thing. So, but it was a situation something like that. So, but you know, hey, it's still more than possible for us as black people, Spanish people, people of color, you know, minorities to be successful in this country today. And I think it's been like that for a long time. Will you run into some bumps in the road sometimes? Yeah, but for the most part, we can be successful. We just got to put our minds to it, man. All right, man, next topic. You know, we got the ASAP Rocky trial. Now, Tony Yayo had something to say. I don't know if he was actually talking about the ASAP Rocky trial or he was just saying in general, and this could be they just looping it in because what he talked about is what's happening to ASAP Rocky, but let's check it out. This is the one dude telling
like,
on
in between, and he's like, I'll kill you right now, pussy, or like, whatever, like, just was, and then I'm right behind Elijah, and I'm saying, if you brought a gun, use it then. Like, the fuck you brought a gun for, pussy? That's the words I was saying to him.
When you said he pointed it at you, where on your body was it pointing?
Like, towards my stomach, like, towards, like, my headish a little, like, everything was happening so fast, you know what I mean?
And from what you're describing, was it moving?
Yeah, it was moving. He had it up.
Okay, so he didn't just hold it at your stomach. It was kind of
no. He was looking for a spot to shoot.
Okay.
Like if Elijah wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened.
And you said as he was pointing it at you, what did he say?
I'll kill you right now.
And was that in an angry tone?
Yeah, he was livid.
Was his voice elevated?
He pointed at me, and then that's when Elijah was like in between, and he's like, I'll kill you right now, pussy, or like.
That after he pointed the gun at you, you became angry, correct?
Yeah, I became furious.
So what did you say back to him?
I told him to use it.
Why?
Not because mentally, like, I couldn't believe he just pulled the gun out on me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you better use that shit. The fuck you got a gun for?
Can you explain, I want, as best you can to the jury, explain to them what you mean by, I can't believe you just pulled the gun on. What is that? What do you mean by that?
Like, I physically cannot believe there was a gun in my face. Like, that was the breaking point for me. Because like what I said, I told this kid numerous times, if you have a problem with me, let me know. You know what I mean? I feel like this got to the max. Like, this was like no return. So if I was willing to die for my respect at this point, I don't care. You get what I'm saying? Like, if this is what you want to do, I still have my dignity. That's how I felt.
That after he pointed.
Somebody saying you shot him and they still alive and they willing to take the stand. In my eyes, you're not gonna beat the fucking case.
Yeah.
I never seen that in my life. Somebody saying you shot him and you taking it to trial. If a civilian get on the stand and say, yo, he shot me, to me, you're going to jail. Somebody saying you shot him and they still alive and they willing to.
Now, I just noticed this in the West Coast. They say some people are saying Rocky should have taken the 180-day jail sentence after then facing years in jail. I mean, listen. The man is on the stand testifying. Like, I guess the only little thing he maybe, because he said he came back to the scene like an hour or something later and got the shell cases and stuff. Like, that's the only thing that's kind of shaky. But he never was shot. They saying he got shot at. And for pointing the gun at him, because he facing 2 charges. And I think one is for shooting at him and one for pointing the gun at a peer. I think pointing the gun at somebody, that's assault.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, okay, should he have took the 180 days? If he really did all this shit and he shot at him and he did everything that dude was saying and the gun he had was real and not a prop gun, you should have took them 180 days, dog. Like, if you did it, dog, like, shit. Like, for real, because trying to get away with some shit you ain't do, dog. I mean, trying to get away with some shit that you did, I don't know, man. Like, if I was ASAP Rocky and I did everything I'm being charged with, I'd have took the 180 days. You probably ain't going to do the whole 180.
I mean, shit.
And it's 180 days, so that's 6 months. So you probably ain't going to prison. Maybe, you might. I don't know. I know in Florida you got to get a year and a day to go to prison. I don't know how it is in other states. Because they're in California. But, I mean, shit, that's better than, now you facing 20-something years if you get convicted of these charges. Like, so what you want, 180? If you guilty and you can plead out the 180, when you take that?
Yeah, man, yeah, I would have did the 180 without question.
If I'm guilty.
What, I don't know, like, what would the rest of the stipulations be? We got a couple more clips.
Defendant's blue and you're green?
Mm-hmm.
You say yes?
Yes.
And that first message, November 6/21 at 9:34 p.m., that would be before the shooting, correct?
That's correct.
Now I'm going to go all the way to the last page, page 10, and show you the very last message on this thread is marked at November 7/21 at 12:46 a.m. Would you agree that is after the shooting?
That's correct.
First text message, what was the content of the text message that you received?
Where you at? Question mark.
And then the second text message that you received?
Let's get to it.
The third text message?
I'm ducking my call.
Your next response to him at 10:08:31 was, "I'm in front of Trader Joe's, drop location."
Correct.
Going to the third page, the top of the page, the first message. I know it's a small photograph, but can you tell just from that small photograph what that's a picture of?
That's the showcase in our account.
And is this you sending him a picture of the shell casing after the shooting?
That's correct.
And then your next message to him?
You trying to kill me? You trying to kill me?
The next message?
You should have killed me.
First message that he sent to you.
Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Why? Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Why you telling people I shot at you?
And then his next message to you was to attach a question mark to your text of "you should have killed me," correct?
That's correct.
What did you text him after that?
I said I did love you, dumbass.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I love her. I said, young try to set me up and take me with my daughter.
What did he say?
I try to do what? I know you hate me. I hate you too.
What did he say?
Stop making shit up, bro.
After that text message about the video, what did you text him?
See you soon, bud.
Then your next message?
I meant to say probably stop texting me, you lost it.
Okay. And then how did he reply to that?
Love me but talk shit about me, shit on me, let me get cut, which I don't know how the fuck I let this cut, and it still ain't cut you off. We never had.
Wait, Mr. Efron, can you just read the text and then I can ask you what you.
You don't love me because we don't do business, so it is what it is.
And then the last text message that he sent to you.
Now you're trying to extort me, talking about I shot at you and shot you 4 times and all type of nonsense. You will phone me and you don't have my best intentions. Stop texting.
He doesn't say mine.
Where?
You don't have the best intentions.
Oh yeah, you don't have the best intentions. Stop texting me and stop calling my manager and call the police if I shot at you. You real.
Defendant's blue and you're green?
You say yes?
Yes.
And that first message, November 6, 20.
And we got one more, him walking out.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Relly, some people call you a snitch. What you say about that?
Snitch.
Any comment on that?
Would you be a snitch if somebody shot at you?
Nah, I don't never snitch.
You never snitch, so somebody shoot at you?
I've been shut out. I got a bullet in my leg right now.
I mean, that's you. Where you at now, though?
And I didn't snitch.
Where you at now, though?
I didn't snitch, though.
Hey, look where you at.
If you would have snitched, you would have been in a better place. I mean, technically, if you want to be technical, what he doing isn't snitching, he telling. Because I think a lot of people take snitching out of context and they just reduce it down to telling. Which if you snitching, you is telling, but it's like in certain situations, it's not like that in every situation. Because snitching comes from you committing a crime with somebody and or being in the criminal underworld and you get caught for a crime, whether it be with somebody or something you did alone, and then you telling on other criminals to go free or to lessen your time. Like, technically, that's snitching. Like, what he doing, I would say he telling. I wouldn't say he's snitching on him. Because this was a confrontation that went wrong. And he telling what happened. Now, is he telling the truth about what happened? I mean, I don't know. I know it seemed funny that he come back to the scene hours later and say, "Oh, I got this bullet shell." But we still don't know if it was a prop gun or not. But I wouldn't say what he doing is snitching. Is telling. If you want to be technical, because I think a lot of people want to say snitching just because it sounds cool. Like I was at work one time, they was like, "Man, if somebody did something, then you go tell the boss, that's snitching." And it's like, I mean, well, technically, bro, we at work, and if your ass is doing something wrong, you like, I don't know, I'm not gonna be the person that's gonna, "Hey man, he over there doing this wrong." Like, I ain't gonna be that person, but you got some people that's gonna that may tell on your ass. But I wouldn't call that snitching. They just telling on you. You know? But
I think snitching more like shit. If we both be stealing our smoke breaks over here, and I get caught and I tell on you because you do it, because I know you do the shit too.
Yeah, that would be snitching at work.
Yeah, because you got snitching and ratting, and you know, like most people would say, like ratting is like, you know, like if we doing this shit together and I get caught and I telling you for me to get out.
I mean, snitching and ratting is really the same thing, but I mean, if you want to separate the two, I think snitching and ratting is if both are okay. Like I said, if you commit a crime with somebody or you doing something with somebody, y'all get caught, and then you tell on that, you implement that other person so you can get out of trouble. That's ratting and snitching. Now, like, you know, and then, but even if you doing something by yourself, and then you tell on somebody else that you know is doing what you was doing, or maybe you just know doing something illegal and you telling on them to get yourself out of a jam, I think that's snitching and ratting. But, you know, some people may think differently, but, I mean, I guess that'd be the thing. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, I guess it has its subjective nature. But, I mean, for me, that's what I think. From what I've observed throughout the years and, you know, seeing things like this go, I mean, not that I was in the courtroom when the person told, but, like, coming from the neighborhood I grew up in, a lot of drug dealers, a lot of niggas done went to jail and told on people. There's a lot of niggas done went to jail and everybody going to jail because of this one dude. Not even that they all was dealing with him. Then you got some niggas who go to jail and they don't tell on nobody from the city, but they tell on people they was dealing with outside of it. Got some motherfuckers who do that. Yeah. But from my experiences, that's what I believe snitching and ratting and telling is. Like I heard this one dude say, he was like, if me and you go do a crime together, we get caught, then I tell on you, that's snitching, that's ratting. But if a person see this old lady get hit across the head and her purse gets snatched, and then they tell on the person who did it, then that's not ratting. That's not snitching. You telling.
Telling what you seen.
Yeah, you telling what you seen. Yep. But you just telling the truth. Now, if you a motherfucker in that situation with the old lady, if you not gonna say nothing, you better be going to whoop that dude's ass.
Yeah.
You better be going to go find him, especially if you know who did it. You and some other niggas need to go whoop his ass. Because he should be running around. Either he need to go to jail or get his ass whooped for knocking his old lady across the head and taking her purse. That ain't no type of shit that you need to be, well, I ain't snitching, and then you just walking away from the situation. Either you need to be, hey, man, that dude did it, and his ass need to go, because I ain't finna call you a snitch for that. An old lady getting hit across the head and her purse getting taken. What street about that? What's real about that? We shouldn't be defending no shit like that. You call me what you want to. If a dude told me, yeah, man, he done hit the lady across, I told him what happened. Shit, fuck that. I'd be like, hell yeah, you should have. But if you a person who feel like you shouldn't, then somebody need to do something about that dude hitting that lady across the head and taking her purse. Cause what's street about that? What's gangster about that? Which a lot of this shit we shouldn't be excusing, cause it would make our fucking neighborhoods fucked up. But I'm just saying, if you want to live, I'm talking strictly about the people who say they want to live by this whole no snitching code. Like, that shit need to be about street shit only. Not when it comes to shit like that. Old lady getting up to her purse taking us some shit like that. No, you ain't supposed to be not saying nothing about that. Unless you gonna go get some street justice. But, you know, but as far as, you know, A$AP Rocky, I mean, shit. I don't know if he can, I don't know. It's all about if the jury gonna believe this dude. And I don't know. From the text messages, that didn't help his case. But is that shell casing? I mean, I think they said that shell casing was fired from a gun, but it's not the gun that Rocky owns. And they can't find the prop gun. Sometimes that lack of evidence may show something. Because if you really had a prop gun, where it's at? If you really had a prop gun, you probably want to show, hey, this is the prop gun. So I don't know. Will he end up getting 24 years? I don't think so. That's just what he could get. If he get found guilty, I don't think he gonna get 24 years or do 24 years. But it may get to a point where he take a plea deal. But all I know is, hey, if he fucking did this, and you just trying to get away with what you did, boy, you should have took that 180. For real. Shit. Next topic, dog. We up in here, dog. Stack of Wood podcast, man. What you talking about? Y'all rock with us, man. Stay tuned. Subscribe.
What you said it was, 120 or 180?
180.
What's that, 4 months?
6. That's 30,
6?
60, 90 days, then 180.
Okay. All right, I guess. I mean,
give or take, you know, but, you know, if you want to go by it being 30 days in a month.
Yeah. No, I'm saying,
So
like, you know.
3 months is 90 days. 90 times 2, 180. 6 months.
I wouldn't want to be gone away from Rihanna that long either. I feel.
But he probably not going to do the whole 6 months.
He going to probably end up doing a year, at least, nah.
I don't know. Ain't no telling. He said he facing 24. He maybe get more than a year. Well, you know, next topic. We got this Detroit. Oh, shit. I didn't know she was a fucking rapper. Detroit rapper Dank DeMoss. DeMoss. Files a discrimination lawsuit against Lyft after driver allegedly refused her service due to her size. Boy, she pretty goddamn big, dog. I'm tell you that right now. How the fuck she gonna shoot Lyft and not the driver? Sue the driver. Shit. We ain't tell him not to let your ass in.
See, she should have went with Uber because you could have got an Uber.
Was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough. I get the money and flip it and make some food. Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like a lift might be hurting. Jim Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know,
better call Saul right now.
Bruh, y'all act like these cars really don't have limitations.
We done, nigga, everybody done lapped up in a car before, or even like, you know, and then that bitch sitting so low to where the damn fender, the fender is bumping up against the car, bumping up against the tires when you hit a bump. That was a little ass car. If she'd have got her big ass in the back of that seat of that car, that bitch gonna be squatted.
Bro, like they would have had to push both front seats up. His knees would have been touching the dash, just trying to get her in there.
All right, she'd have had. All right, don't let her try to get in the driver's seat. She'd have to be like motherfucking Respucia from Norby. Goddamn. She was bigger than her.
Bro, what's funny is
that bitch would have
been. He was Lyft, and he said you could have just got an Uber XL. That's what's so funny.
Hey, he damn sure couldn't lift her ass nowhere. Because listen, dog. First of all, dog, wherever she would have sat on that car, when you saw that bitch coming down the road, you would have known somebody was on that side of that car, boy. I'm talking about if she would have got on the right side, that bitch would have been leaning to the right. She'd have got on the left side, it'd been leaning to the left. Nigga, that tire was gonna be getting a whole lot of traction. But the thing about it is, dog, at the same time, when it get to a certain size, you can't expect everything and everybody to accommodate that shit. Because we can only expect people to be so fucking big. It's like it was this one thing when this lady was trying to get on this airplane, she was so big. And it's like she was on the side, because you could pay for bigger seats on an airplane. Bitch, you need first class seats. Or at least the extended seats. Because ain't no way you fitting in here with these 3 seats. When it be 3 seats to a row. Ain't no way you fitting in that. My old lady cousin, he pretty big, but he can fit. He just need a row seat though. He need a seat that's in the aisle. Mm-hmm. He can't be sitting all the way to the right or in the middle or nobody. But this lady was way bigger than him. I'm talking about she couldn't even walk through the aisles without bumping people. She couldn't even walk straight. She had to turn. And even then she bumping people. Talking about the airplane this and airplane that. This shit only made to fit this shit only made to handle a certain amount of weight. So it's a certain amount of seats, and these seats are a certain amount of size, so this amount of people can fit on here. What the hell? We got to make these big ass planes that only can fit a few people a flight. Now we losing money because we gonna get so many. If that's the case, now we got to start charging higher for the flight because less people on each flight. Mm-hmm. Like for real, you need to get your own goddamn car. The hell you calling Lyft for? You better get a damn Suburban. Shit, I wish you need a big Bourbon, big Tahoe or something. Why you them the type of lifts you need to be calling? You can't be calling these little small little lifts. How they gonna lift your big ass?
What?
Hey,
What you saying?
Yeah, I got more space on my car.
I saw another video.
I can fit in this car.
Hello, stage.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
So, I'm sorry.
Look at that. Look at the in the comment. That car. That's
so you telling me I
what
can't
would have happened?
get in the lift because I can't fit in your car?
That would have been like
What make you think I can't fit in the car?
put that big ass rib on the front of that
What
bitch.
makes you
and
think
that
I
bitch
can't
tipped
fit
over.
in this car? My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Well, call her, because she must have
So
given
you
a damn
really
about her
telling
ride.
me I'm too big to get in your car, so I gotta order another lift.
You gotta order a dump truck or forklift.
What I got?
I wonder if she gonna win this. She could. But it was crazy that the fucking lawyer go talk about this, just like saying, I don't want you in my car because you black or because you Christian. Ain't none of that gonna fuck with my suspension or my motherfucking shocks or my motherfucking tires or my motherfucking CV joints.
Hey,
or the springs in my shit.
Shit, we just talked about DEI earlier. Shit, how we feel about this?
That might fall up under that DEI.
Shoot.
The weight. Well, fuck no, dog. That dude wasn't wrong. Hell, dog, you too big to get up in this bitch, dog. This a damn Prius. Yeah, you talking about it. I can barely fit in this bitch. Gotta fold my damn front seat up just so you can get in the back. Yeah, no. Then lose some goddamn weight. Look at that. That don't make no sense, dog. I'm sorry, but this is not like being said I don't want black people in cars. She is black. He ain't say nothing about her race. If she was white in that size, he would have told her ass the same shit. Hey, but look at hey, people crazy. Hey, but shoot, hey man, I think this some bullshit though.
Yeah, this.
I'm just joking around with a lot of stuff I was saying, but this some bullshit though. Like, cause literally she could fuck up his car, and obviously if he doing Lyft, my car is how I'm making my money, at least some of it. But I still need transportation to maybe get to my other job that I do. A lot of people do this shit on the side. So, hey, you done fucked up my CV joints. You gonna fix it? Then you gonna say, oh, it was the car fault. It ain't built for me. Well, why the fuck you trying to get in it? That's exactly. If she would have got in that car and something went wrong, then it wouldn't have been her fault.
Mm-hmm.
If she'd have got in there and what he said was gonna happen, if it would have happened, then it wouldn't have been her fault. It'd have been the car. It'd have been the car manufacturer fault then. Shit. But yeah, this some bullshit, man. Let's hit the next topic. You know, goddamn Dank the Moss. Her name Dank. You know she smoking weed. She ain't smoking enough shit. Maybe she's smoking too much shit. All she do is smoke and eat.
Smoke and lay down.
We got Jeannie Mai still fucking with my dog Big Snow. You know, they done been divorced for what, over a year? Or is it 2 years now? And, you know, she still, I mean, my thing is, okay, she talking about she coming back to get her stuff, which is already packed up and shit in the garage. But she started saying she got to walk through. And she need to go through the house. She want to go walk through the house. I don't think he's home. I don't think he's there. So even more why you want to go through the house. But second, all the shit, I guess she trying to say she want to make sure all her stuff is in there and all that stuff. But it's like if y'all done been divorced and split for so long, this stuff done been there for that long, do you really need it? Like wherever you living at now, you done been living there for a minute. Do you really need all this stuff that's there? Now, we know you probably couldn't pack everything when you left. But if you didn't, why the hell you ain't came and got it? Because you want a reason to come back there?
Cause chaos.
Yeah. Well, let's play the clip. She calling 911 and all type of shit.
Check on emergency. I just did an emergency. My name is Jeannie Mai, and I'm calling because
I have a court order to be able to enter my old home. I'm going through a divorce right now. My old home, and I'm here now, and the owner isn't permitting me in. So I wanted to ask if there's an officer who can help me come out and make a report of the situation, or at least try once more to see if there's a way with the police here to possibly allow me entry into the home.
Gotcha. And just repeat that address for me, please. Gotcha. Is this a house or an apartment?
This is a house.
Gotcha. Can I get your phone number? Yes, ma'am. We can get an officer out there to assist you. Is the other occupant of the home there, or is it just you?
No, he has I'm here with my assistant and security. Movers are going to be on the property in about 30 minutes, and he has a house manager here. So he's not on the premises.
But you are at this time, correct?
But I am at this time, correct?
Okay. And you're trying to gain access into the home?
Yes, that's
correct. Okay. Gotcha. And how long have you been there again?
How long has what, sorry?
How long have you been on the property again?
I've been here since 9:45.
Gotcha.
Yes. I'm sorry, a.m. Sorry.
No, you're right. 1 second.
No problem.
You told me that they're not on scene right now.
He has a house manager representing him here, but no.
Okay, and can you tell me your name again?
N-N-I-E. My last name is M-A-I.
Gotcha. Okay. We're getting units en route to you now.
Did you say that again?
Yes, ma'am. We're getting units en route to you now.
A route to unit now. Okay, do you have an idea about how long it would be, just so I'm kind of prepared?
We don't give out EPAs, but they are heading to you as we speak.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Okay.
Check on 111 if you just an emergency.
It's another video of her actually on the property. Oh, yeah, the body cam of the officer. But she said he wasn't there. He had a house manager there. So Jeezy wasn't there. But it's like, come on, why you ain't been came and got this shit?
You got G's holding it down for him over there. Okay.
I'm finna say you can't unmic it. There we go. Is it turned
I
up
want to do my
already?
walkthrough. That's the court order. Let me do my walkthrough, and what I'm personally checking for is my belongings. I've moved my whole life from Los Angeles to here. I also had a baby here. I lived in this house. I decorated this whole house. So yes, I absolutely want to make sure that my things are taken with me as
In addition to what's packed up.
I want to make sure. I can't say for addition. You might be right. He might have packed everything for me, but I deserve a walkthrough because of court order. So that's what I'm here for. I'm not saying I'm going to. I might walk out empty-handed. I just want to make sure that my house that I know is coming with me, and so it's leaving with just his house being his.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah. I can tell which items are in each box, which is fine. I just want you to know if it takes me a while, understand why. Because I can't point out.
I have all day. I mean, I know you probably don't have all day, but like, whatever it takes, just
I'm glad you have all day.
that
We're
we're
good.
all good.
We're totally good.
Okay. So for reporting purposes, I appreciate you giving me this.
Man, she's just trying to start some bullshit. She still won't Jesus. Because I think he divorced her. You know. But she's just trying to start correcting. She just want to come back for have like y'all been divorced for a minute. But you like obviously whatever you left there wasn't important. Cause you ain't been came and got it and you didn't take it when you left. Even though you know you can't take everything, but at some time in this past way, it's been like a year and a half or something, maybe 2 years. Or going on 2 years. They done been divorced. So all this stuff, you could have been came and got it.
Mm-hmm. She just missed the snow, man.
Big snow. Hey. She already done pulled other things. You know. Trying to say he was talking about he had guns in the house and all this shit. Well, if them bitches legal, then if they're legal and put in a proper place, then that don't matter. A lot of people got weapons in their house to protect their family.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said on that song, "Well, I got choppers in that house because I'm a nigga still." Well, yeah, man, Jeannie might try to start being a terrorist baby mama. What happened to all that? You being Asian or being Asian? I think she Korean. She Asian, but I think she Korean. I don't know. I don't think she Chinese. But it's like, what happened to all that culture? I don't know. They don't be terrorist baby mamas, do they?
I don't think they be baby mamas.
But they was married.
Yeah, they was married, and he left her.
He left her.
And shit. Damn.
He wasn't the baby. She wasn't the baby mama by choice because she didn't leave. But hey, man,
she got fired.
I don't really know. I don't know. It was alleged they was having like cultural issues when it come to how to raise the baby. I don't know how true that is. That's just alleged. But it could be possible. She Korean. He a nigga from Atlanta. Like, he a nigga from the projects in Atlanta. Like, so, I mean, it could be a lot of cultural differences when it comes to raising this child. So that's very possible. But like I said, alleged. I don't know how true. But, hey, man. Just work out like that sometime, man. American couples, this how it goes.
Yeah. This is America. They'll catch you slipping on.
Let's rock out next topic.
It's Will Smith.
Will Smith. Uh-oh. Summertime. Get jiggy with it, dog. Goddamn Will Smith said he announces his comeback to music with new album based on a true story. Well, he been listening to 2 Chainz. He been listening to Trick Daddy and shit. His other albums named that nigga. Don't act like you done did something. Will Smith. So what? He got a song with that's Big Sean, ain't it?
Yep.
Will Smith announced his comeback to music with new album based on a true story. You know, after nearly 2 decades, Will Smith is making his long-awaited return to music. Thursday, the actor, rapper revealed his new album, again, based on a true story, set to drop sometime in March. While Smith has teased his comeback with a few guest features, this marks his first full LP since Lost and Found in 2005. I didn't know he had an album too. The album will feature the single "Beautiful Scars" with guest verse from who that is. They say,
"Oh Banger."
Oh Banger, and Big Sean. Big Sean even appeared in a Matrix style promo, which is right here. Which is funny, nigga. You chose not to do the Matrix. Fuck, you should have chose a movie you actually did, nigga. The fuck?
It would actually, if you did iRobot, that would be more appropriate.
That'd have been cool. That'd have been cool if you did iRobot. He don't do a movie that you chose not to do, which was one of the dumbest things you ever did career-wise when it come to acting. Even though you still Will Smith and you went on and did what you did, but that was a dumb-ass decision not to do that movie. And guess what movie he chose to do over that?
Oh, I already know what say it.
Wild Wild West. Mm-hmm. He read the script to Wild Wild West and read the script to The Matrix and chose Wild Wild West over that. Like, yeah, this is going to be better than The Matrix. And the Wild Wild West was a flop. Now, I ain't gonna lie, as a kid, Wild Wild West came out, we was jits. I liked the Wild Wild West.
It was a flop, but it's still a cult classic flop.
Yeah, you got it's a lot of, I didn't know, you know that Life was a flop?
Mm-hmm.
Like, money-wise, and I just found it out because I looked it up because I knew I had looked it up before because I wanted to know who wrote it. Cause all the funny shit they said in there, I thought maybe Martin and Eddie Murphy had something to do with the writing. But 2 white dudes wrote that movie.
Damn.
Now you know some of the you know for sure like some of the funny shit they did. They let them like maybe elaborate and do their own little thing a little bit because they comedians. They probably gave them room to like make this shit funny. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the white dudes wrote that movie. That shit crazy because it was so fucking funny and it was so black funny, like. But I looked at what they spent to make the movie and what they made, and whenever what they made is not that much than what they spent, or sometimes around the same number, that was a flop.
Double. It's supposed to be at least. I think it's supposed to be like at least double to break even.
Yeah, at least double. To be considered, to be considered a hit. But that shit crazy. But he trying to come. I mean, listen. I mean, I don't know how many black people ever listen to Will Smith. We all know get jiggy with it. But but we just done heard that shit somewhere. We haven't listened to it. Like, I ain't never had a Will Smith CD or a single or nothing like that. Like, I know his songs from the movies. Shit, get jiggy with it. Didn't they do that? Wasn't that shit? Oh no, that was a video.
It was a music video.
That was
and
like
he had it in, and I think he probably had it in like a movie or two.
Was that was like late 90s or early 2000s?
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but it's like
I've only had one Will Smith CD. That was one of the first CDs I ever had. We was like kids, like that was one of the first ones. My pops he also gave me a Tupac CD, so it's kind of crazy. But anyways,
he also gave me a Tupac CD. That's funny as fuck.
But anyways, though, the nigga actually has musical talent. He has musical talent.
I would say yes, just because it ain't no gangster shit or some shit that we like that we really might want to listen to. But
it's definitely not gangster shit. It's
definitely not gangster. You go back
shit,
to that's how he got on.
Yeah,
like he got the role of being the Fresh Prince because that was his rap name.
He was kind of like a Chance the Rapper. If we was to think of someone this day and age, he was kind of like a Chance the Rapper type of rapper. He
had Summertime
but he had them hits.
Did he have Parents Just Don't Understand?
Yep.
He was like the Nick Cannon before Nick Cannon.
He rapped the intro. Nah, the Nick Cannon's Fall Off is historic.
I ain't really talking about the fall off. I'm just saying as far as that type of rapper. Because he had that your pops don't like me, like shit like that. Like he like a Will Smith type motherfucker.
Yeah, it was a lot of overlap. It's a lot.
Yeah, they more in the same lane as far as what type of music they made.
Yeah, but not only that though, Will Smith was also very successful. His albums did very well.
Yeah,
and they played whether we really remember it or not, but when he dropped some shit, it was even on rotation in BET and shit. It never got the credibility because it wasn't nothing grimy, but just
but white people
for the
was
quality,
listening to that shit.
So it's definitely gonna be a huge amount of people who not really gonna be listening to it, but he's been dropping a couple little tracks.
Will Smith probably is one of the, if not one of the main reasons. I would say him, and I guess you could throw Ice-T in there. Making the way for a rapper turning actor. Them two. Because when you think about that time, I think Ice-T might have been a little bit, it's around the same time. Because I think the first thing Ice-T played in was New Jack City. And that came out in 92. And I think the Fresh Prince came out in 92.
I think.
But before Fresh Prince, he was in that movie with Whoopi Goldberg and the white dude from Cheers. He had a small role in that. And then I think the Fresh Prince came a little bit after that. But him being a rapper is what got him on as an actor. That's one of the reasons they chose him for that show, because it's he a famous rapper already. the Fresh Prince, so let's make a show after him.
You know, like I had a little theory with my brother the other day, just talking about Will Smith randomly, and then we talked about like how he actually did rap. So I think that he would be in a much. I personally feel like he would be in a much better place in our eyes musically if he had someone like Eminem who was throwing dirt on his name for him being such a good boy rapper back at the time.
I mean, I guess I didn't
Because
listen to
he don't want to really. Well,
I started listening to Eminem later.
Like it was like when Eminem break. I think it was like the real Slim Shady song.
Yeah, I mean, I know that song when he
yeah.
said Will Smith doesn't have to curse to sell records.
Yeah.
Well, I do. So fuck him and fuck you too.
Yeah, shoot. Well, he kept dissing Will. Like he was one of the first ones. Like for me, he was like, that's why I first noticed like niggas wasn't feeling like Will Smith shit and was like echoing it. Cause aside from that though, like he wrote the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air intro.
Yeah.
Or if not wrote it, he at least performed it. So like.
Yeah, he probably did write that though.
Like he be having bops, but it's just I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that he made that transition, the acting that like took that shit away from him.
I don't know, cause he like even after being a big actor, he like getting jiggy with it. That he was in full form actor when that came out.
Yeah. True.
Shit, he had did Bad Boys, Independence Day, which Independence Day was what really put him on. Like that was the movie that. And I think I think that was Mark Wahlberg who said that he could have done Independence Day and he didn't want to do it. He thought it was either him or was it Ethan Hawke? I think it was Mark Wahlberg though, but it might have been Ethan Hawke. One of them two. And then they say that after it came out, they actually went to the movies and seen it and saw how the audience was reacting. And they was like, damn. Like, they actually went to the movie because they said they read a line. What's that line when he said, welcome to Earth, when he said, welcome to Earth to the motherfucking, to the alien, then he punched it. It was one of the, it was an iconic, that line in front of that movie. And he was like, when he read the script, he thought it was corny. But when he did it, when Will Smith did the shit on the screen, everybody liked that shit. But it was either Mark Wahlberg or Ethan Hawke. But I'm thinking it was Mark Wahlberg.
It wouldn't have been as good.
Probably not. It just probably wasn't for him.
For Mark, it wouldn't have been as good. For Ethan, it would have been a whole different feel. It would have been just like if Will Smith did take the Matrix role. It would have been a whole different type of movie.
Yeah, because I don't know. Keanu Reeves, I really can't see nobody do it. Sometimes shit work out the way it's supposed to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't picture nobody else, like, seeing Will Smith as Neo.
Like,
maybe I would like it because it's Will Smith. Like, I love Will Smith as an actor. Like fuck the rap. Like, as an actor, like, I fuck with Will Smith. Like, I'm gonna go see a Will Smith movie, nigga. Like, you know. But I probably would still like it because it's Will Smith. But I don't know if it would have been better.
See, like, if he would have did it, it would have been a Will Smith movie. It wouldn't have been The Matrix. It wouldn't have been a Matrix movie. Because, like, he would have came in with his star power, and then it would have been a black movie. Because now you got too many niggas on screen.
Well, the first one was just, I mean, really, it would have just been him and Forrest. I mean, no, you had the two niggas on the two brothers.
The two brothers, Morpheus himself, Morpheus's love interest. Like, it would have, like, with Neo being the star in Trinity, I mean, with Neo being Keanu Reeves and Trinity being white, you know, like, and of course you got the other superfluous characters, but you know what I mean, and shit. It had a nice little white balance and shit. That bitch would have been a black Will Smith movie.
It was Ethan Hawke that turned it down, not Mark Wahlberg. Ethan Hawke turned it down. But who the fuck was he in the mid-90s? I really didn't know who Ethan Hawke was till Training Day. Before Training Day, I don't know who Ethan Hawke was. He had a lot of good movies after that I know. But before Training Day, I don't really. Maybe he probably had them played in some movies I would recognize him in, just didn't know that was him. Because as a kid, I watched a lot of movies from the 90s in the 90s. It's so many movies I be asking. They like, man, you ever seen this? They be like, nah, man, how the fuck you done seen all these movies? Like shit. Because when I was 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, I was watching real movies. Like, only time I watched animated movies was at school. Or on Saturdays on Cartoon Network, you know, Land Before Time and all that type of shit will come on. Or Scooby-Doo movie will come on. I watch that shit. But for the most part, I watch real movies. Like, I ain't never seen Princess and the fucking Frog. I ain't never seen that shit. You know, shit like Lion King and all that shit. I saw that shit at school. Little Mermaid, all that type of shit. I saw that shit at school. At home, bitch, I'm watching real movies, nigga. I'm watching Long Kiss Goodnight and shit with Samuel Jackson. Like, the type of shit I'm watching, nigga, in the 90s. It was this Van Damme movie with Dennis Rodman called Double Team.
Double Team?
Yeah, it had Van Damme and Dennis Rodman. And Dennis Rodman was this rich motherfucker, but he lived with these monks. But he had all the gadgets, and the technology. Like, he was like, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to stop this dude. I think that dude was setting off them bombs and shit. That movie was raw, because at the end, that dude ended up standing on getting, him and Van Damme was fighting with that motherfucking tiger in that bitch. It was a tiger in there, but they was fighting. But it had landmines out there. And that motherfucker went around and stepped on that landmine. And Van Damme left his ass, but the tiger was still there. So he couldn't do shit. Like, either way, he was out of there, like, because the tiger finna attack you. But that's what happened. He can't just run because it's gonna blow up. And then the tiger, so shit, him and that tiger blew up, goddamn. That was a good ass movie, Double Team. I remember that movie Knockoff with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Him and Rob Schneider. From the Adam Sandler's movies. Him and Van Damme had a movie. They were selling them fake pants and shit. That's why it was called Knockoff. They were selling fake clothes. But on a big ass level though. But they got into it with these Chinese people. See, I bet a lot of people probably ain't seen that movie. But it got Rob Schneider and Van Damme in it. That might have been an early 2000s movies or a late to mid 90s. Rob Schneider wasn't old. Shit. But, hey, you know, maybe we need some Will Smith today. I know one thing, we don't need that shit he fucking posted talking about he said, I am the paint, I am the brush, I am the canvas. Whatever the fuck he was saying. Hey, don't be trying to be no lyricist, Will. Now, you ain't never been no lyricist. You just make good, fun music. You know, just make some fun shit. The only song I really liked about Will Smith was that just the two of us. We can make like it that? If we try.
I mean, he definitely was in jail. You ain't like the Men in Black one?
That was straight. I liked it watching in the movie.
All right.
Well, we like a lot of movies. we like a lot of movie songs. But like, then everybody knows Summertime. But what a lot of people don't know is about his song, a song he made before he went to this good part. Like, he used to cuss and shit. He had this one song called You Saw My Blinker, Bitch. And it's about him basically, I guess, getting into an accident with his old lady. And it's like, bitch, you saw my blinker. I done heard that song before. Cause it was like, but he made that song and his mama heard it. And she ain't like it because he was on there cussing. And so he switched it up. So, Well, hey, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Based on the true story, I mean, if you going to put that shit in there by Jada, you going to put all that in there? Hey, what if Will Smith get on this bitch and tell the truth, nigga? He going to get in that bitch. He let it all out in the booth, nigga. I'm talking about he lay it all on the line, everything. He already got the book.
Yeah.
He might well rap about it.
Yeah.
Shit, go on and put that shit on the album, nigga.
What if he rap about everything, like all the allegations, all that shit, like about Dwayne Martin and all that shit?
Yeah, man.
I done seen a lot of that.
He on nigga track 5. I told y'all I wasn't gay.
Yeah, shit with Diddy. Well, no, I think he had already publicly said he ain't do nothing with Diddy.
Nigga, track 2, nigga. Why I married Jada. He gonna have track. The last track gonna be a bonus track. Gonna be called "Fuck Tupac." Hey, that nigga finna nigga Will Smith finna lay it all on the line for you motherfuckers, nigga. Straight up, nigga. He finna be on there letting them know what it is, dog. He gonna lay it all on the line and just fuck it. He finna go triple platinum, goddamn. Shit, old Willie.
I ain't gonna lie, depending on how you might look at it, you might have to squint your eyes and tilt your head a little bit. But depending on how you might look at it, shit, you could kind of see some similarities between Kendrick and Drake when you look at Tupac and Will. Like it's depending on how you look at it, because one was more street. One, like, they both did the same thing, but one was a little bit more street and had more credibility, but the other one, you know, I mean, the other one, you know, like I said, he got Independence Day, and he got a lot of bangers in the movie scene and shit like that.
Well, Will Smith do got some hit songs.
And he got some hit songs.
Who knows if he never would have came a rapper, what his music career would have did. It ain't like he became an actor because his music career was failing. Because even as an actor, whenever he dropped some music, he could drop a hit.
And wasn't he like... No, he wasn't the first. He did win a Grammy, though. I don't think he was the first ever rapper, but I think he did win one, too, though.
So, you know, who knows what his rap career would have went if he just came rapping. I mean, I don't know. He did kind of fade out as gangster rap. Well, like, he got into acting as gangster rap was on the rise.
Yeah.
You know, but even within the midst of that, like you say, early 2000s, somewhere in the 90s, he dropped some songs that was hits in the midst of the gangster rap. So maybe him being Will Smith can supersede anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's still some people in their 50s that love Will Smith music, probably, more than likely.
Alright, we just got a couple things left.
What we got? Oh, well, next topic, we got dog Johnathan Majors. Oh, man, we got another comeback, hopefully. Which he just made this bodybuilding movie. About to come out, a bodybuilding movie.
I'm gonna watch it.
And then when he supposed to play somebody?
Or at least, I'm gonna watch the trailer for it first.
I seen the trailer on social media. But, okay, do you think Johnathan Majors deserves a second chance as Kane, the Conqueror? Hell yeah. Shit, who else gonna play it? Shit, he got convicted for that bullshit with that lady. But shit, man, that shit was bullshit. Ain't some more shit done came out about that?
Yeah, they I think like whatever the other case was, it might have been civil or some shit, but like he won the other one. Like the lady was proved to be a liar and all that shit.
And yeah, and they still he still got found guilty.
Yeah, no, but that was with that case though. But like it was
a different lady?
No, it was the same lady. No,
oh, okay, the same lady.
Like, I'm talking about. Like, I think it was like a civil.
He won the civil case, but lost the criminal case.
Yeah, but they might have like.
But if they found her out to be a liar in the civil case, then she should have been a liar in the criminal case. Because most of the time, if a person if they do a civil case first and you get found guilty in the civil case, then they can pursue criminal charges after because you've been found guilty for it here. Now I don't know if that means you're gonna automatically win the criminal case, but I think it you got a good chance.
Y'all, they need to make it right. Disney need to make it right.
Yeah, man, that's some bullshit, man.
As many lives as Disney has ruined with they child stars, and y'all started this Marvel shit, giving Robert Downey Jr. a chance after he did worse shit. Objectively, you know, I mean, like subjectively, objectively speaking, you know, give this man a chance, bro. All he did was try to get his phone back and run for his life from this 90-pound white woman.
My thing is, how the hell he couldn't? That nigga was running slow as fuck. He doing a light jog. Now we know a light jog is enough to get away from her because she not running fast. But he should have been running like he was running from the police. I'd have dusted her ass. Like, I'd have ran full speed until she couldn't even found me. Like, every time he bent a corner, that was enough time to get out of sight to where she didn't know where you were the next corner you bent. But because you wasn't running fast enough, when she bent the corner, she could see the next corner you bent and keep following your ass. After I bent that first corner, she wouldn't have known where I went. That'd have been the end. I'd have tore out and never would have saw. I would have fucked that phone. Shit, I'd have just ran. For real. Since we talking about Marvel, though, now, in this new Captain America movie with Anthony Mackie, is he Captain America?
Yeah.
He is Captain America.
Yeah.
He's the new Captain America.
Yeah. He technically been the new Captain America for a minute since they had that Disney Falcon and the Winter Soldier series.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, he's still the Falcon. He's still using the Falcon shit.
Yeah.
He just got the shield.
Yeah.
But he not Sam. I mean, he not
Falcon no more.
He not Rogers. He not Rogers though.
No.
So it's somewhere in the story that this guy, I think his character name is Sam Wilson.
Yeah.
He does, that character ends up becoming the new Captain America.
Yeah.
But it's more so like, okay, what happened to Rogers then? Within this storyline, why he not Captain America no more?
All right, so I can connect the dots. So they not doing nothing too different from the comics. Like Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, aka Falcon. He is Captain America, just like in the comics. He still got the wings. His thing is like he not gonna take the super serum. Like first off, you can't really just get that shit off the street, no way. But like in the series, it had a plot where like super soldier serum came out, a better batch than what Captain America had. In
the Falcon and Winter Soldier shit.
Yeah,
I never watched that, but I gotta watch it.
Yeah, they had a cleaner batch of soldier serum that hit the streets. They found all of it. There was a temporary Captain America. Like Sam didn't want the shield. They gave him the shield at the end of the movie, Avengers Endgame, because at the end of Endgame, Steve Rogers was an old man. Because he went back in time and stayed and came back or whatever, however he made it back. But he was an old man in the
I don't remember that in Endgame. I watched the Endgame. I don't remember that part.
It was at the end. He was an old man.
Because it died. Iron Man died at the end of Endgame.
Yeah.
So that's how he died in the comic book too?
No, but like
I'm finna say, because these motherfuckers don't die in the comic book.
No, like in Endgame, Tony died, but Steve, after everything was done, Steve went and put the stones back where they were supposed to go back in time, and then he just stayed back in time, and then
he stayed to be with that lady.
Yeah, so next time you see him, he an old man, so he gave the shield to Sam.
Okay, he became the new Captain America.
Yeah, so in the show,
but it's like he's the new Captain America, but he's not like the Captain America. Like he just took over for him.
Well, he's like, that's what the show was. Like in the show, they show he got the shield, he didn't want it, so he gave it back to the government. So the government found another white boy, gave it to him, and then like he had the shield, but he wasn't him. But they was all working together and shit, and then they came across that clean batch of serum. So white boy Cap took the serum, then he started juicing. But Sam was like, I wouldn't take that shit if I could, like I do my thing, So the plot happens. Sam get the shield back. They get a new suit, and then like that, the show ends with him being the Captain America, new suit. He got the people respect. He calling shit out. Yeah. At least that's how that one ended.
Yeah, so like he done became the new Captain America. Like he done took over for Rogers. He done took his slot.
Yeah.
But it's not like because some people like, yeah, he Captain America. It's like, I'm like, no, hold on now. But it's like, I don't know, the way they say it is like okay, now this motherfucker ain't always been Captain America now. Like, well, okay, that cleared that up for me then.
Yeah. The show was good. I feel like a lot of them Disney Plus shows is better when you give them time to breathe. But like when they be dropping, like people be doing mass reviews on it, they be calling the shit good and bad, like off the rip. Like I was able to enjoy that bitch when I watched it the second time. Like, I ain't find it nearly as bad as people said it was.
See, I ain't know nobody said it was bad, but I ain't watched that. Hawkeye, was that a limited series?
Yeah.
And the Winter Soldier shit, that was a limited series too, right?
Well, that was the same thing. Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was one
That's
show.
what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. That was a limited series too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, they coming back out with the they bringing Daredevil back.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it come out in March.
Shit.
I think it come out in March, but I'm like, hell yeah, they done brought Maddie back. They need to bring all of them back. Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, bring them all back, bitch. Iron Fist, bring them all back. I'll be invested like a motherfucker. I hope they make another season of that Moon Knight. Moon Knight was real. I ain't never heard of that.
I like this comment right here. Yeah, man, we all make mistakes. Making Black Panther 2. Then give him then again he gives villain energy.
Well, see, I don't know how true it is, but they were saying they offered the nigga from Snowfall to play Black Panther, and he said he turned it down. I don't know how true that is though. But it is, ain't they working on a new Black Panther. They talking about I don't know if it's gonna have is it gonna have the Black Panther in it? Like it's gonna have somebody cast as the Black Panther, a new Black Panther. I know they say Denzel Washington supposed to be in it, but I don't know. I don't know if Michael B. Jordan, but nah, his character died. Shit, he can't come back. I don't know. I think it's too early. I think they should have never made that Wakanda Forever shit, because that was some bullshit. And they should have just waited 10 to 15 years and then recasted the motherfucker. Like the man died. Well, nobody right now, it's too soon because he did it too good. It's too soon. Maybe by 3 more, they should have waited 3 more years.
No, they should have just recasted him immediately. Like, just like they did.
I think that's too fast, bro. He did too good of a job.
Nah,
that's like trying to recast the damn Joker,
which we have done,
but not in Batman.
Yeah,
there hasn't been another Joker since that Dark Knight. There hasn't been no other. Who?
So we had the Jared Leto Joker. Then we
what in
Joaquin
Suicide
Phoenix
Squad?
Joker? Yeah,
in Suicide Squad. I mean but that wasn't a Batman movie.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about in a Batman movie.
We also got Joaquin Phoenix in the Joker movie. That's a whole nother Joker.
Yeah, but that wasn't the same Joker. That's why that second movie was bullshit. Because the first one, huh?
The second one was bullshit.
The first one, I mean, okay. What I didn't like, they make a whole nother fucking version of the Joker. That ain't what we want to see. We don't want no, because first. If they was gonna give us a Joker origin, we know the Joker wasn't that fucking old when he meets Batman. Not as old as that dude is in that Joker movie. He looked old as hell already in that movie. They should have gave us a young Joker, somebody in his early 30s or something, late 20s. Because they even had Batman in the movie. Batman was a little boy. They had like a little cameo for him. But he was a little boy in that Joker movie. That didn't make no sense. Because the Joker looks old. Joaquin Phoenix looks old as fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, it didn't translate to the Batman Joker that we know. It was a good movie, though. Like, I'm not saying it was a bad movie. It just didn't translate to the Joker. They just took the character and did what they wanted to do with it. And they made a good Joker movie. I don't think it was dumb at all. I liked it. But I just didn't like that it didn't translate into the Joker that we all know and love from Batman. Because we know that within Batman Joker, nobody knows his real identity. They don't know what his real name is, where he comes from, or nothing. They don't know nothing beyond him besides him being the Joker. And it's crazy because within Gotham, the TV show, they had the dude from Shameless. He played the Joker in that. And he played a young Joker. And they actually gave him a backstory. And you actually seen him become the Joker because in Gotham, Batman is a kid still. So you actually see him become the Joker. He had a real name before becoming the Joker. He I think his mom, he grew up in the circus. His mom worked in a circus, but she was a hoe. like at least that's what it was like in the show. But like they could have gave us something. It could have gave us a young Joker, and like because within on the Dark Knight, when they caught him in that police station, they ran his fingerprints, didn't find nothing. They was like, from what we tell, the suit is custom made. They didn't know, they couldn't find out nothing about him. And even anytime you look at the Joker, the only backstory we have of the Joker is him knowing that he was this criminal, then he fell into the acid, and then he became the Joker. But that's all we know. They could have gave us some insight. Okay, what kind of criminal? Because in the Joker movie, he shot the dude on TV. How nobody wouldn't remember that? Like, remember that he's the Joker.
Well, it's Gotham. It's Gotham. It's supposed to be Gotham like that.
And then he created that big ass riot where everybody was out there acting crazy at the end, and then they finally caught him, and even at the end he was inside of Arkham. So how we wouldn't know who the Joker was? Like, I just feel like I liked the Joker movie. I just think they could have tied it into the Joker from Batman. Like, that's what they should have did. See, they did. I mean, the Penguin, dog. The Penguin, that was so real. That they gonna make a second season of that. Cause so it was supposed to be a limited series, but so many people want to see the rest of it. Well, so many people liked it, they gonna make a second season of that. Now that's gonna be real.
Yeah, I just want to go back to Black Panther again. Like, we could have absolutely recasted him. They did it with Hulk.
With the Hulk.
With the Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't do as good of a job. We didn't give a damn if we switched it. But they still waited a little bit before they did it.
Incredible Hulk was a fire movie.
The first one with the one dude, not the guy from not the guy from Fight Night, from Fight Club. He was the second Hulk. There been 3 Hulks.
More than 3, but you saying that the one from Fight Club did a worse job?
I don't think he did a worse job
than the one than the Hulk that fought the dogs.
No, I think everybody did a good job. I don't think they did a good job that we was like, damn, we can't see nobody else doing it. I think Chadwick Boseman did such a good job. It's too fast to just say, let's cast another guy. It'll seem weird.
No, because they did it to Rhodey.
Rhodey who?
War Machine.
Oh, with
Terrence Howard. They switched it with
But
Don
he wasn't
Cheadle.
no main character like that. But I didn't like that. I was pissed off by that. I didn't see because he never got to wear the suit and shit in the first movie. And at the end, he saw the suit. He was like, next time. But that was some other shit though.
Yeah, we was.
He got into it. Something happened there.
They did him wrong.
Like, I forgot. It was a reason that they recasted him. I can't remember why. He done talked about it. But, yeah. I was mad as fuck to see Don Cheadle. Like, what the fuck? It just didn't seem right. But that's something that they had to do. I mean, I think.
It wasn't. Like that's a whole nother topic we can come back to, but it wasn't. Like they did that man wrong. But we accepted it.
It's just like once that he's out, it's like, okay, he's not Iron Man. Like, we talking about, like, he was a co-star. He wasn't the star. With Black Panther, he is the Black Panther, the main guy. Like, you think they could have just recasted Iron Man out of nowhere?
If you want to go into that, yes. You talking about
anybody can be recasted.
You talking about after Iron Man 1, right?
I'm talking about at any point of him being. I mean, what Chadwick Boseman, he was Black Panther before the Black Panther movie.
Well, because the thing is,
he was in what, Civil War?
Well, the thing is, the whole deal with the first Iron Man was supposed to be just a setup for the Terrence Howard movie. Like, that was supposed to be the whole deal. Because everyone was, like, basically everybody didn't know what they was doing. Like, that was getting a real first opportunity, I should say. Because that was the first time Kevin Feige was able to direct his own movie. Like, he didn't have the MCU in the palm of his hands then. He was just making a movie. So, or not Kevin, John Favreau, my fault. Yeah. So, like, cause he had the controls first. So, like, shit, that was his first one that he was really making. Terrence bid for Robert Downey to get a chance. Like, you down on your luck. We making this Iron Man movie. It's experimental. I'm gonna be in it. We need a charismatic white guy to be Tony Stark.
Who said that?
Terrence Howard broke all this down on Joe Rogan. Like, this is how this supposed to be. Cause we gonna follow the comics. Like, the first movie is gonna be Iron Man. We gonna set up for War Machine, the second movie, and the second movie is where War Machine is gonna take over as Iron Man. Cause, like, that's what happens in the comics. Cause Tony becomes too much of an alcoholic and got too many problems to keep being Iron Man. So War Machine take over, and he wear the suit, and in public he Iron Man while they trying to get Tony back right and shit. So, like, that was always the plan. But after Iron Man 1 came out, they was like, fuck that, we want more Robert Downey. So they just pretty much said, fuck all the War Machine shit. We got War Machine at home. Like, shit, where he gonna be in Iron Man.
They always go a little bit off script from the comics. So, well, War Machine was still in the second movie and in other movies, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah, he was in them.
But it wasn't a War Machine movie.
It wasn't a War Machine movie. But I don't know. I just, like, if you think that, then you just think anybody can be recast as something.
Well, I mean, they recast Batman all the time. They recast,
but they don't do it that
Superman.
quick though. How long it been? Christian Bale last movie was when? From 2005 till what? The Dark Knight Rises was the third one. So when the Dark Knight Rises came out, and then let's see how much time is in between that and the Batman with the dude from Twilight. It's over 10 years. Well, close to it.
So Black Panther. So it was 4 years. It was so Black Panther had dropped in
2018, right?
2018. And Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever was in 2024.
4 years later.
So that would have been
but as you see, he wasn't in it. I mean, the Black Panther wasn't in it. Well, she became the Black Panther. What they should have did is made her that White Panther. Because there is I don't know if it's supposed to be his sister or it's supposed to be the I think it's the Black Panther's daughter who becomes she doesn't become the Black Panther, but her suit is white and black. At least on the cartoon I used to watch, it was like that. It was a cartoon that had Arrow, her, Luke Cage, and oh yeah, and Iron Fist. It had Iron Fist on there too. But as you can see, but they made the woman, they turned the woman into, but you know, man, Wakanda Forever was a feminist driven movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but also too, you gotta think like Chadwick Boseman's wishes also was to keep the character alive. Like, don't kill off the character. Like, you know, don't attach the character just solely to him. Like, let anyone.
That's what I'm saying. But like, they just could have waited. It like, listen, it's 2025. It's been 7 years already. So a couple more years, they could have just recasted them. I ain't saying don't never recast them. Just give it a little bit because I'm still high off that. I think most people, when you see a great performance, you ain't just ready to see somebody else play that character right away.
Mm-hmm.
But
I would have been cool waiting an extra 2 more years to get a Black Panther 2 would have been recasted. I could have waited for that.
Because they waited 4 years, They could have did a couple more. Cause most of the time, that's just like how much time went by between Christian Bale and the last Batman before that. Who was the last Batman before that? Val Kilmer or George Clooney? One of them two was the one before that one.
Before Christian Bale?
Yeah. It's either Val Kilmer or George Clooney. Cause first it was the first dude. Damn. I forget his name. The dude who was in the Flash movie. Michael Keaton. It was Michael Keaton first. Look how much time it is between Adam West and Michael Keaton. Adam West was in the 60s and shit. And then Michael Keaton was like 92 or 1990 or some shit like that. And then now who the fuck is Kevin Conroy? No, he
voice, but he also played him in on a TV show
back in the 60s and shit.
No. In the Titans live action show. It was like a year or two ago. I mean, it was a small scene, but it was a cool little scene.
Oh no, Kevin Conroy.
Or if it wasn't Titans, it was
Titans.
It was Titans.
No, I'm looking at his face now. Yeah, he played Batman in Titans, but he played a very old ass Batman. Yeah. But he only played. It was just that one scene when they went to the future and he was inside that machine. Yeah. It was just that. Actually, throughout the whole Titans, the guy who played Bruce Wayne was the guy from fucking Game of Thrones. The one from Game of Thrones who was in love with the queen girl. He was in love with her. he ended up getting fucked up by them stone people. I never finished watching it, so I don't know if he actually finished turning to stone, but he was starting to. Like, he was dying. That dude. But look how between Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, now Val Kilmer and George Clooney are kind of close together, but both of them Batmans didn't work. Then they waited a little bit and they did Batman Begins.
Yeah, but we definitely could have did that.
Yeah, see, Michael Keaton was 89 and 92 with Batman and Batman Returns. Then shit, I think George Clooney was the one. They had one came out in 90, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. I think Batman and Robin was George Clooney. I can click on it. Yeah, Batman and Robin was George Clooney.
We done had simultaneous cast of X-Men.
With X-Men, who was switching out?
Remember so you got the first 3 X-Men movies, then you got the new X-Men, First Class and
First
Phoenix.
Class, they went back in time when they was younger, so they used the different characters. First Class was about a young he could walk, cause the dude from Wanted and fucking Glass. That dude, he played Professor Xavier. That's when Professor Xavier and Magneto was young in First Class. Everybody was younger versions of themselves. And Wolverine wasn't even there yet. They actually tried to go get in that movie. He had a cameo. They went in that bar and tried to talk to him. He told him to fuck off. Mm-hmm. Magneto and Professor Xavier, they walked in that bar. He ain't want to hear shit they was trying to say. How the fuck he knew what they wanted? They didn't even get to say nothing. But, hey, man. A lot of these shit's been flopping anyway. Damn, we had a couple more topics, but shit, I like what we just talked about. Shit. We just got into it about that shit. Hey, well, hey, we gonna end it right here, though. I think we had a pretty good episode. You know what I'm saying? Y'all effing with us. Hopefully you effing with us up until this point. But oh yeah, one last thing though. Terry Rozier under federal investigation for alleged sport betting ties. According to reports, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier is being investigated by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York over potential involvement in an illegal sports betting scheme, according to the Wall Street Journal. The probe stems from unusual betting activity in a March 23rd, 2023 game against the New Orleans Pelicans, where Rozier played just 9 minutes, far below his season average, before leaving with a foot injury. Investigations suspect gamblers allegedly linked to a ring involving former NBA player Jontay Porter may have had inside information and placed large bets against Rozier. While the NBA's own investigation found no rule violations, the league is cooperating with federal authorities. So what they saying, like, oh, well, we knew he was going to go out being hurt, so we going to bet for under. We going to bet the under. Because you can bet on the game, but you also bet on player stats.
Yeah.
They call player props. So he can bet on there, hey, I'm gonna bet that LeBron James gonna score over 20 points this game. So if they knew his ass was gonna go out being hurt, then we gonna put $1 million on Rozier getting under 10 points. Or whatever the odds were for that game, because it moves up and down, and I don't know about his stats like that. But I was waiting for, like, when all this illegal betting that done started, I was waiting for something like this to come out. Crazy, it's a Miami Heat player. But like they said, they ain't find no rules being violated, but they working with, because obviously he had to have something coming to him to get him that info. Why he just do it for nothing? Yeah, I'm going to let y'all know if you want to make that money, dog. I'm going to be injured. Shit. But hey, I was waiting on this, man. Like, you know, all this sports, man, he probably ain't the only one doing it. But especially one of them niggas who on the bench, nigga, you ain't getting all that money. But even though, so some of the lowest paid NBA players get paid more than some of the good NFL players. But yeah, I was waiting on this right here. But hey, man, you know, hey, motherfucker, about that money. Sport people already, like, with sports betting and athletes taking dives, that already been a thing when this shit was legal. I mean, illegal. Now it's legal. Ain't no telling what these motherfuckers gonna be out here doing. I always got to be a Cleveland homie. Investigate the whole league. For real, dog. Sometimes I be getting, I mean, they're already pointing out things where people be betting on shit, and then the next thing you know, this player just got to go. This player about to go over the yards they need to get, then they just got to go to the locker room. Like, sometimes that shit be crazy, dog. I be looking at that shit, I be like, dog, this motherfucker need one more yard and I can win, and then they don't get it. Y'all like, oh, we need 1 yard. God. But hey, they probably should. Everybody already think the shit rigged, this shit anyway, but most of the motherfuckers who be betting think the shit rigged just because you ain't win your bet. It's rigged. Man, hell no. But hey, man, I know we had one more topic, but hey, fuck it. Yeah, we good. We had a pretty good episode, especially we got into that Marvel shit. But hey, man, you know, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Stacking Wood podcast, man. Like we say, Woodrow will be back. You know, please follow us. We on all platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Please like and subscribe and share, man. We're gonna keep coming back with topics. We're gonna make this thing better, more entertaining, you know, and we're gonna, you know, keep coming with the content, man. Y'all fuck with us. Holla.